Welcome back to News This Week in Nursing Homes. I'm Nurse Bug. First up, senior living providers work to ensure residents can assert right to vote. More than 1.2 million nursing home residents have the right to vote, but for some, they may struggle to cast a ballot due to varying state regs and municipalities that don't place priority on voting, according to AARP. Most states have requirements in place to provide voter assistance in LTC settings to prevent fraud and abuse. Providers can take advantage of a range of initiatives to ensure older adults in nursing homes are able to vote, including providing transportation to polling sites, ensuring residents can submit a mail-in ballot, or working with elections officials to let voters cast ballots from their residence through supervised absentee voting. Leading Age and AHCA are educating members on voting policies and providing info and resources so providers can help residents and staff members vote in the elections, as LTC providers are required to uphold residents' rights, and this includes the right to vote. Most residents are enthusiastic voters who take interest in politics and are knowledgeable about candidates. Recently enacted legislation affecting residents in LTC settings includes expanding governing supervised absentee balloting to include residential care facilities, defining caregiver and family member as individuals who can submit a nursing home resident's ballot, expanding the list of approved photo identification requirements to vote to include a document from a nursing home showing the voter's name and digital image. Also, enabling county clerks to deliver absentee ballots to residential LTC settings and assisting with proper receiving, marking, and returning of ballots. Next, pandemic gone, but providers still often failing 3 infection control matters. A terrible trio of survey citations is still plaguing too many nursing homes around the country. The good news, however, is that with proper diligence, these can be greatly reduced. Last year, CMS found F884 was the most frequently issued infection control-related citation in U.S. nursing homes. This is a clear indication that many providers have not gotten a complete handle on NHSN reporting. 2 other violations regularly handed out, F880 and F883. Although each tag in the trio has its own meaning and subsequent indications, they are similar, and there are neglectful beginnings. F880 can signal inadequate cleaning or disinfection of glucometers, including not using an EPA-approved disinfectant according to the manufacturer's instructions for use. F883 can indicate inappropriate handling of infectious disease outbreaks, specifically around identification, testing, isolation, and staff furlough. Providers' shortfalls don't always rest in a tenuous desire to be citation-free. Sometimes there's a knowledge gap related to time and the resources it takes to avoid deficiencies. In March, CMS issued new guidance to providers and state survey agencies. Nursing homes must employ enhanced barrier precautions to help prevent the spread of MDROs. The updated standard, which went into effect April 1st, helped protect patients with chronic wounds and indwelling devices. Simple diligence can do the trick. For outbreaks, early identification is key. Treat an outbreak until proven otherwise when there is a high suspicion or rare infectious condition. And up last, a 108-year-old nursing home set to close in November. Union and lawmakers fighting the decision. An Amherst, New York nursing home that's been in operation since 1916 is closing its doors after unrelenting financial woes, but it won't go out without a fight. The Rosa Copeland Living Center will close by November 30th, or the date when the last resident is discharged. On October 16th, employees made headlines as they protested unpaid wages, bounced checks, and halted health benefits, and company officials admitted they were in serious financial trouble, which would require $15 million to get out of. A Friday press release announced employees, residents' families, and elected officials plan to hold a protest calling for the state's Department of Health to fund a transfer of ownership to keep the community open, as opposed to simply overseeing and monitoring its closure. The largest healthcare union in the country has been working closely with affiliated providers to offer support to employees as financial challenges persist. In a matter of weeks, this home may be added to the list of century-old New York nursing homes that have succumbed to money pressures. Largely to blame are state funding restrictions that have made it hard for providers to find their footing. In March, state officials proposed a Medicaid reimbursement rate increase that would help to rectify a 16-year funding shortage. But with the increase coinciding with chronic staffing challenges, some say it may be too little, too late. Thank you for joining me for News This Week in Nursing Homes. To get more of QSource news and info, visit qsource.org to view podcasts, sign up for the newsletter, and remember, for all of your quality improvement needs, call the Q.